Splitgate 2 launched recently, and its predecessor, Splitgate 1, is an arena shooter that really impressed me when it came out. It held my attention for a little while. It was very solid. I really don't have much complaints about it. But it couldn't hold my attention for too long because support for the game was pulled to go full steam ahead on this sequel. A sequel which really feels like nothing more than a downgrade to the original, that is desperate to appeal to as many people as possible. It betrays the fundamentals of traditional arena shooters, and I think the easiest way to portray it for you might be through comparing it to another franchise that has made similar fumbles for over a decade now, Halo. So, Splitgate 2 is basically Halo 4. In an attempt to revolutionize and save the arena shooter space, guess what? They made it not an arena shooter. Incredible, I know. The game is now a strange amalgamation of genres. It now has loadouts with a choice of generic heroes with unique abilities. Why? The hero abilities in particular are just so strange to me. Like, one dude can throw up a wall, another can see through walls and detect enemies, another dude has like a stim from COD, but these feel pointless. The wall dude in particular just slows down the pace of the game, and it really is just reminiscent of how pointless armor abilities and the loadout system of Halo 4 were. Never mind the fact that the game is basically not an arena shooter anymore. You can choose your starting weapon, and also give them attachments for some stupid reason, I don't know. It's just pointless. The whole appeal of arena shooters for me is outsmarting opponents that spawn in with the same gear as me. In the first game, the portals played a really crucial role in mixing up the flow of arena shooter combat. It allows players to quickly exit and enter combat at a pace that is really only achievable by movement gods in other arena shooters. In Splitgate 2, the portals can feel somewhat diminished, not only by the abilities and loadouts, but by the map design, which seems to be placing less emphasis on the portals. Stadium, a map from the first game, can show us this really well. There's a spot to portal pretty much everywhere, which gives the player tons of opportunities to maneuver and outplay the enemy. I just don't get the same vibe from the other maps. I know that's not a deep criticism, but that's just how I'm feeling. And I've played so much Stadium because for some reason, in all the times I've been playing the Arena playlist, I've been playing so much of that map and like none of the other ones. It's really confusing. Like, the bigger maps for the 24-player Onslaught mode feel further disconnected from the portal mechanic. The maps are giant, and I really have to wonder why they didn't take a note out of Halo's books and just throw some vehicles on these maps, experimenting with their own form of big team battle. The mode feels somewhat underbaked, and the limitations on portal placement add to a feeling of emptiness on these giant maps that are also used to facilitate a rather controversial mode, which we'll definitely be talking about later. In the couple hours I've played, I haven't really been able to learn each map and dissect the flaws and differences from Splitgate 1, because the sequel is just not for me, and I probably won't return to it anytime soon. So my general consensus is that the game is just boring, and so are the maps. Perhaps the skill gap was just too high in the first game. It was a really tough game to get into, since by the time people had really adjusted to it and optimized their portal usage, they were absolutely reaming your team until you uninstalled. So perhaps the devs felt the need to shove hero abilities, loadouts, perks, attachments, all of this other stuff into the sequel, hoping that players would be more willing to stick around because, hey, this game is reminiscent of all the other games I've played. I know that arena shooters are pretty hard to market because of that skill gap, which ends up gatekeeping new players. Well, come on, the devs throwing in the towel and making another derivative live service shooter is a damn disappointment, because I firmly believe that the first game had so much potential before it was basically rug pulled. So the game's mid. So what? This mediocrity didn't really infuriate me in the beta. It made me go, oh wow, this is just a downgrade to the first game, and I uninstalled. And then I was watching Summer Game Fest. I'm sitting on the couch watching Hideo Kojima and Jeff Keighley flirt like the two gay beings they are. And all of a sudden I remember, oh yeah, Splitgate 2 is having a big announcement before officially launching out of beta. I didn't expect much. I didn't really care. I was more or less just hoping that their announcement wouldn't be that long, or the final announcement of the show, because thank God, that RE9 trailer was incredible. There wasn't long left in the show, and CEO McGee walks up with a goddamn make FPS great again on his stupid hat. And I gotta ask, what are you making great again? You created an arena shooter, in the biggest air quotes imaginable by the way, flaunted that you hate Call of Duty, love Halo, wish Titanfall 3 was real. Oh, how rebellious, thank you CEO. And the big announcement you drop for your new game is a Battle Royale mode? Yes, because Titanfall 3 would have totally been saved by a Battle Royale mode. And another Battle Royale game totally isn't the reason why we haven't gotten another Titanfall. This CEO guy is just corny. A guy who most likely saw the marketability of a dude like Joseph Fares and desperately wanted to emulate that energy. But you're not him with that stupid hat. And the fact that his so-called arena shooter is nothing more than a goddamn hodgepodge of the worst parts of modern shooter design thrown into one and slammed into a game that looks about as generic as the games you see people playing in movies? I genuinely couldn't believe my eyes. And then the cherry on top of this piss cake is that when the trailer plays, the fucking background music is Imagine Dragons. Are you shitting me? I couldn't really be that positive about the game anymore. I never really was. I said it was mid earlier. But that trailer was awful. So I reinstalled the game to try the Battle Royale mode, looked at the exorbitant prices in the item shop. Yes, I know they reduced them, but 40 bucks is still way too much for skins in a game that isn't even finished by now. Like, there's no ranked modes or even any like chill cosmetics you can earn for your guns or anything outside of those awful shitty ones for the launch event. The skin in the first battle pass is also awful. Like, that is literally Miles Morales at the end of Spider-Man 2, and it looks so bad.
What is that?
That suit's not an alien, is it?
But yeah, I didn't like the Battle Royale mode. And to be honest, I'm never a fan of these games. Like, I don't like any Battle Royale games unless it's the funny one with Peter Griffin. So I'm just gonna say it's stupid. Like, the fact that portals are limited in the BR mode sucks. Like, come on, stop limiting the main selling point of your game, for fuck's sake. It's hard to want to hop on a new game like Splitgate 2 when its whole shtick is that it's like every other game you've played. And hey, it has portals that you can barely use because the maps either don't support them well enough or they're limited in the Battle Royale mode. Yippee. I would much rather play the individual games it's taking inspiration from. I'd rather play Apex, Halo, Titanfall, and I absolutely hate Apex Legends, dog. But at least those individual games follow their vision, even if it might be unoriginal, poorly executed, poorly supported, cut short, all of these other things. Splitgate 2 does not feel to me like it has an individual vision and design that it wants to deliver to a player base. It feels so much like a live service rather than a game, and that sucks. Like, the game also added an OG Splitgate mode recently, which is just playing without abilities. Like, wow, bro, thanks for letting me play your prequel in your sequel. I love playing the same map from the original game too. It's so nice. Thank you, Mr. Make FPS Games Great Again. You're doing me a service. In that playlist update was also a no portal mode, which I don't think I need to say anything about it. I played it, and it felt awful. Like, I genuinely couldn't think of a game I wanted to play less than Splitgate without portals. So, fuck that. I'm sorry. I've been ranting for like the last 7 minutes, and I haven't really said anything positive about the game. Like, the game really isn't that bad. You should definitely try it yourself and see if it sticks with you. So, I want to end this off with just positive stuff because I wrote this in an afternoon, edited it that morning, and then just threw it all together. So I'm going to throw in a positive note at the end. The game's map creator, the lab, is really cool, and I'm glad it returned from the first game. It's essentially Forge from Halo, and it's gotten fairly advanced now. Some of the maps I saw look pretty good from it. And it ensures that the game will always have a rotating roster of maps and content, even if, official support gets dropped. And hey, there's a chance that the live service stuff won't be that bad. Maybe it will bring some solid content in the long run, and the game will just get the proper support it needs. Who knows? It's an evolving game. I guess just give it a chance if you want to. For as much as I pissed and shit all over the CEO for wearing that stupid hat that said make FPS great again, I do sincerely hope that the game can shake up the FPS genre online. The big dogs are lacking lately, and even though I have little hope in Splitgate 2, if it leaves a dent in COD's profits for a month, I'd consider that a win. I really wanted Splitgate 2 to be so much more. It's a disappointment for me through and through. I don't think it's going to save the FPS genre, but that's fine. I think I've seen a lot of people having fun with it, so that's fine by me. It didn't stick with me, whatever. I'm done. I probably shouldn't have ranted, but it was fun, and whatever. So, I'm tagging out. Take care of yourself, drink some water, and if you disagreed with any of my takes over the last 8 minutes, I hope your water is lukewarm.